Our math lesson today, we will be counting how many objects are in different categories and how many are not in the same category. So yesterday, let's just review. Yesterday we looked at different objects and we decided which characteristics, what was similar about one group of objects than another. So in your workbooks yesterday, you had to circle which, this is a better picture, which animals had feathers, which did not have feathers, which cows were brown with spots, which ones did not. So you were looking at which group had similar characteristics and which ones didn't have the same. So today, we're going to be counting, and when we count them, we'll make tally marks. The tally marks are not traditional tally marks because tally marks, we usually group them in fives. This is a tally mark. So a traditional tally mark, you would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across, like that. But today we're just going to do regular lines to count, and then we'll write the numbers. Let's go over our DLO. We'll do a couple examples, and then you'll do it in your book. I think it'll be easier once you see the pictures in your book because the pictures in your book have good illustrations of the different objects that we'll be looking at today. And we'll make the tally marks like here, and then we'll write the numeral, the number. Okay, let's get started. Let's read our DLO. Today I will count how many objects are in different categories. Count how many objects are in different categories. Yesterday we counted a little bit, but now we're going to actually write the numbers. So I want you to try and read the DLO also. I'll go slow. Today I will count how many objects are in different categories. All right, what I have behind me, I have my cubes. I have red cubes and green cubes. Over here I have a chart. A chart just shows us what we want to focus on. In the mornings when we do our letters, I have a big circle chart with the big circle with the letter in the middle, and then we put our vocabulary cards around it. That's a chart. This is just another type of chart. It's called a T chart. Looks like a T, like Tiki Tiger. On this side, I have what is a green cube, and over here I have an X on it. What is not? How many are not a green cube? So we'll tally up how many are green cubes, and on this side we'll tally up how many are not green cubes. Are you ready? Let's count. Let's count with our green ones first. I'm going to use the strategy of touch and push. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 green cubes. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to mark that with some tally marks. 1, 2, 3. Just like if you use your counters or your other cubes at home to decide how many you have or to compare them. 1, 2, 3. Over here I wrote 1, 2, 3 tally marks. Now I'm going to write the number. How many do I have that are green? 3. Around the tree, around the tree. That's the way you make a 3. Now we need to count how many are not green. 1, 2, 3. We also have 3 that are not green. I'm going to make tally marks. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to write the number, 3. Around the tree, around the tree. That's the way you make a 3. Now I'll show a different example. So give me a moment to erase. I'll show you something different. Erase. I'm still going to use my cubes, but just in a different way. All right, we've got cubes. Push my cubes over here. I'm going to add new magnets. Actually, I'm going to take a couple of these down. That should be good. bears. Wait, I need this bear. No, I'll draw a picture. I'll draw a picture. That'll be better. Like I said, you have to just bear with me. Ha 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 ha. Oh gosh, that's not a bear. Whoops. I lost my eraser. This is supposed to be a little teddy bear. This is probably the worst teddy bear I've ever drawn. Oh my goodness. And my little bear. Okay, let's try and make a little better bear. Little arms, little legs. There we go. Little nose. These are the worst bears I've ever drawn. He's missing an arm. That's okay. The point is, we're going to count how many we have of each category. So I'm going to put a big X on this one because we want to see how many bears do we have and how many objects are not bears. That's the purpose. Let's count how many bears we have over here. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 bears. I'm going to draw 5 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to write the number. How do I write the number 5? Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. I have 5 that are bears. I drew 5 tally marks, and then I wrote the number 5. Now we need to count how many objects are not bears. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to draw 4 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I write the number 4? Down, over, down some more. That's the way you make a 4. Now I wonder if we need to see. Nope, we're just writing the numbers. We're not talking about which group is greater or less. If we were, we would say 5 is greater than 4, 4 is less than 5. But that's not the focus today. We're just counting and recording our data. Let me do one more example for you. Erase, 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 erase. Give me just a moment to erase my examples and do another one. Okay, let me move all of these. Actually, I'm going to keep some of these out here. You'll see why in a moment. I've got my food magnets again. Okie dokie. Now I'm ready. This will be the last example, and then it'll be your turn. So I want to use my marker. I'm just going to do this. And I'll write green. In yours, there's no words, but I'll write it. And then green. Okay, I'm going to put a big X on the green. We're going to count how many objects are green and how many objects are not green. Okay, ready? Let's start with how many objects have green on them. I mixed them all up. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 green objects here. I'm going to draw 5 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do I write the number 5? Short neck, belly fat, Mr. 5 wears a hat. How many objects are not green? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, I missed this one. Uh-oh, I need to redo this. Let me erase, erase, erase. I noticed green on the strawberries. Because we were looking for objects that had green on them. And the strawberries have green tops. I better try again. One thing that you can do too when you're counting, the strategy that I really like to use is to cross them off, but my magnets don't like that, so I can't do that. So I'll just draw Maybe I'll draw circles around them to help me figure that out. Let's do the green ones again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We haven't learned 6 entirely yet, but in the videos where you're counting, you do know the number 6. So I'll show you how to write it. 6 is make a loop until it sticks. That's the way you make a 6. Now let's count how many objects do not have green in them. Maybe I'll put like a little X by them to help me figure out that I counted them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I need to draw 4 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I write the number 4? Down, over, down some more. That's the way you make a 4. So whichever strategy you use in your book to make sure that you counted everything, you could circle them, you could cross them out. I prefer crossing them out because I think it's easier to show that I already counted the objects. So let me show you your workbook today. You have a nice example on top. I think that little boy's name is Carlos, and he's got a bunch of bugs. So in his data collection over here, he has ladybugs. Wait a minute, that's not it. Bugs and, oh, it's by legs, sorry. Which bugs have 6 legs? Which bugs have 6 legs? Which bugs do not have 6 legs? So he counted up and he sees little caterpillars and spiders and ants and the ladybug and the grasshoppers. So he tallied them up like we did. And then he wrote the numbers. Down here, you'll count how many animals are in the pond. I can't, this is a heavy book. How many animals are in the pond? How many are out of the pond? Count them, tally them up, write the numbers. Over here. Very similar. Do they have this many legs? Do they not have this many legs? Or I guess it's how many are this type of bug and how many are not. So the pictures are much better in here for examples, but make sure your helper reads the instructions carefully. And then on this page, number 6 is your challenge question. Now it's your turn to find the similar characteristics for each category, count them, and write the numbers. All right, now it's your turn.